The Dawn of Gods, the Genesis of Greek Mythology. Part 1. In the beginning, chaos and the primordial gods. In the beginning, there was chaos. Not the chaos of disorder, but a vast, gaping void, a primordial state from which all things emerged. From this void came the first beings of Greek mythology, the primordial gods who laid the foundation for all existence. The story of Greek mythology begins in a time before time, when the universe was an unformed mass of potential. This initial state, known as chaos, is not merely emptiness but a cosmic abyss from which all things originated. The Greeks personified chaos as a being, a force of nature without form, that was both nothing and everything. From chaos emerged the first deities: Gaia, the earth, solid and nurturing; Tartarus, the deep abyss beneath the earth; Eros, the force of attraction and love; Erebus, the darkness of the underworld; and Nyx, the night. These primordial gods were not gods in the later, anthropomorphic sense, but rather cosmic entities that embodied the fundamental elements of the universe. Gaia, the earth, soon gave birth to Uranus, the sky, who became her consort. Together, they formed the world, with Gaia representing the solid ground and Uranus the heavens above. Their union produced the first generation of Titans, beings of immense power and size who would play a crucial role in the mythic stories that followed. Part 2. The Rise of the Titans. But the world of the primordial gods was soon to change. From the union of earth and sky arose the Titans, giant, formidable beings who would shape the fate of the cosmos. Gaia and Uranus's children, the Titans, were the first rulers of the cosmos. The most notable among them were Cronus, the youngest but most ambitious of the Titans, and his siblings, Oceanus, the god of the great, encircling river that was believed to surround the earth; Hyperion, the god of light; and Rhea, the mother of gods. Uranus, however, feared his children. According to myth, he imprisoned the Hecatonchires giants with 100 hands and the Cyclopes one-eyed giants, who were also his offspring, deep within Gaia's womb, causing her great pain. In retaliation, Gaia devised a plan. She created a great sickle and convinced her son Cronus to use it to overthrow his father. Cronus ambushed Uranus, castrating him and casting his severed genitals into the sea. From the blood that spilled on the earth arose the Furies, the giants, and the Malaya Ashtray nymphs. From the sea foam that formed around the discarded genitals emerged Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, who would become one of the most revered deities in Greek mythology. With Uranus dethroned, Cronus became the ruler of the cosmos. He married his sister Rhea, and together they ruled during what was known as the Golden Age, a time of peace and prosperity when humans lived in harmony with the gods. However, Cronus's reign was far from secure. Part 3. The Prophecy and the Birth of the Olympian Gods. The wheel of fate turns, and even the mightiest must fall. Cronus's own actions would sow the seeds of his downfall, as a new generation of gods was destined to rise. Cronus, like his father, feared the power of his offspring. A prophecy warned him that one of his children would overthrow him, just as he had overthrown Uranus. To prevent this, Cronus devoured each of his children at birth: Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon, swallowing them whole. But Rhea, desperate to save her youngest child, devised a plan. When she gave birth to her final son, Zeus, she hid the infant in a cave on the island of Crete. In his place, she wrapped a stone in swaddling clothes and presented it to Cronus, who swallowed it without suspicion. Zeus was raised in secret, nourished by the milk of the goat Amalthea and guarded by the Curetes, warriors who clashed their weapons to drown out the cries of the infant god. As Zeus grew, so did his power and determination to reclaim his rightful place. When he reached adulthood, Zeus sought out Metis, the goddess of wisdom, who gave him a potion to force Cronus to regurgitate his siblings. With the release of his brothers and sisters, Zeus rallied them to his cause. Together, they waged a 10-year war against the Titans, known as the Titanomachy. The battle was fierce, but with the aid of the Hecatonchires and Cyclopes, whom Zeus freed from their imprisonment, the Olympian gods emerged victorious. Cronus and the defeated Titans were cast into Tartarus, a deep abyss within the earth, where they would remain for eternity. Part 4. The Olympians take power. With the Titans vanquished, a new order was established. The Olympian gods, led by Zeus, would usher in a new era, an era defined by the struggles, triumphs, and follies of both gods and men. With the defeat of the Titans, Zeus divided the cosmos among himself and his brothers. He claimed the sky as his domain, ruling as the king of the gods. Poseidon took control of the seas, while Hades was given dominion over the underworld. The earth, however, remained a shared domain. The Olympian gods established their home on Mount Olympus, the highest peak in Greece, from where they would oversee the world of mortals. Each Olympian had their own distinct personality, powers, and domains. Hera, Zeus's wife and sister, became the goddess of marriage and queen of the gods. Athena, born from Zeus's head fully armored, became the goddess of wisdom and warfare. Apollo, the god of the sun, music, and prophecy, and his twin sister Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, were also among the most revered. Yet, the reign of the Olympians was not without its challenges. They were often depicted as being as flawed as the humans they ruled, jealous, vengeful, and subject to passions. Their interactions with mortals, whether out of love, lust, or anger, led to many of the myths that have been passed down through generations. Part 5. The Influence and Legacy of Greek Mythology. The stories of the gods and heroes of ancient Greece have transcended time. They have shaped cultures, inspired art and literature, and continue to captivate the human imagination. Greek mythology did more than explain the creation of the world and the nature of the gods. It provided a framework for understanding human nature, the natural world, and the mysteries of life and death. The myths were intertwined with religion, influencing rituals, festivals, and the worship of the gods at grand temples such as the Parthenon. The stories of Greek mythology also served as moral lessons and cultural narratives, passed down through generations by poets like Homer and Hesiod. The Iliad and the Odyssey, epic poems attributed to Homer, recount the adventures of heroes like Achilles and Odysseus, whose deeds were often intertwined with the will of the gods. Greek mythology's influence extended far beyond the ancient world. It inspired the works of Roman poets such as Virgil and Ovid, who adapted Greek myths for a Roman audience, and it continued to influence European art, literature, and philosophy through the Renaissance and into modern times. In contemporary culture, the legacy of Greek mythology is evident in everything from literature and film to psychology, where terms like the Oedipus complex are derived from ancient myths. The stories of gods, heroes, and monsters continue to be reinterpreted and retold, demonstrating their enduring power to speak to the human experience. The myths of ancient Greece remind us that the gods once walked among us, that the divine and the mortal were intertwined in a dance of fate. Though the gods may have retreated to the heavens, their stories remain, echoing through time, whispering truths about the nature of the world and our place within it.